Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my beautiful lights doing today? Let's dive right into today's reading and see what beautiful messages Spirit may have. Okay, somebody's going through it today, all right? Somebody is looking at the past. This was a heartbreak you went through. And this is just pain that you're carrying around with you every day. You really don't know how to let go of it. You might have felt like you've tried to let go of this, but this was definitely somebody you were involved with that left you feeling brokenhearted, left out in the cold, and really, really hurt you. They lied. They did something sneaky. All right. So this, not that it's all right. I have to stop saying all right. But what I'm seeing here, guys, is this is something you absolutely have not released yet, okay? So at the end of the reading, I will give you the release exercise. I've given it to a lot of you already. I don't know if you guys have actually tried it or not. And if you have, comment below the video and let me know how that worked out for you, if it actually helped you or not. And, you know, it's usually something you need to do more than once, but we'll talk about that at the end. All right, I am seeing a brand new start for my Aquariuses. It looks like we have the Nine of Pentacles coming in quick. Independence, success, wealth, and prosperity. This could also be someone buying a home, someone buying a piece of property, and finding the money to go ahead and get this property. I feel like there are one or two of you out there that are doing just that, and you have already found the money to buy the property. Most of it you had saved, and yeah, in your bank account I see a lot of money that is going toward this property. You might have been short, or you just might have needed to top it off. And I feel like you're doing that really quick. You've already done it, or you're moving on it this week. Okay, there's movement, quick movement. And I see you as this homeowner. Now, I don't know if you're going to, this might be a rental for some of you. It might be a form of, you know, income for you. All right, here we have the star, Aquarius, which is you. You are the star, okay? You are the light bringers. You are the bridge. You are helping people, or if you aren't, you will be, okay? You know, part of the reason you've been chosen, Aquarius, is you have this uncanny strength about you today, all right? Now, this is how they see you. This is how Spirit sees you. I have to cover this up because it's ridiculous, but they'll shut me down for that. But the reason you're so strong is you used to, before you strengthened your, how do I want to say this? Before you strengthened your, before you had this super strength that you now have, okay, you had self-inflicted wounds. Okay, what are they? What are they, you might be asking? What is self-inflicted wounds? Well, guys, we came back here to learn and teach, and you've been through many, many, many events and situations and relationships, and a lot of them, you really got hurt in these relationships, okay? Self-inflicted, all right? These are all the things that, you know, all the lessons you've learned in your lifetime going through these things that you actually chose when you reincarnated. Before you came back, you signed a contract and chose to take these on. So the choices we make in life, guys, for some reason in 3D, we were very comfortable pointing fingers and saying that person did this to me, this person said that and hurt me and did this, okay? When in fact, some of those relationships, let's say, that we chose, we did exactly that. We chose them, right? So in essence, we could look at it two different ways. We could continue to not take responsibility for all the hurts and harms and finger pointing, all right, which it just it just allows us to hold on to the pain. It gives us an excuse. When we point the finger and blame others, it gives us some type of psychological excuse to, not take on the responsibility by blaming someone else. And we tend to hold on to these things, right? But when we take responsibility and tell ourselves we chose those people, we chose everything we got ourselves into, pretty much. Not everything, but you get the drift, right? There's probably a lot of things you can think back on and come to an understanding with yourself that, yes, I chose this person, I chose this wife, I chose this husband, I chose this rotten cheater, right? So you've come so far today, though, with the learnings and the teachings. You needed to go through these things, unfortunately, these pangs, these pains and hurts, to become the strength that you are today, the pillars of strength. Okay, so that's the way to look at it, guys. Okay, no longer point and blame others. Take responsibility for all of your choices you've made and the choices you're about to make in the future. This is going to make you even stronger, okay? And, you will have less of an argument as far as, what you're getting yourself into. Also, taking on this responsibility, guys, when you're ready to commit, you're going to understand, is this now this is my choice. I'm choosing this situation, this person, this marriage, this commitment, whatever it is. Is this good for me? Or am I going to end up yet blaming another person by not taking responsibility for my choice that I'm about to make? Do you see how life-changing that could be, what I just said to you guys? All right, if you really get it, all right, just give me a thumbs up below the video so I know. All right, and then I'm seeing a victory here. I'm seeing the next person who's coming in. For those of you who actually get this, you are going to see a victory with this person. This is going to be the best relationship that you've had so far, because your understanding is there is no one else to blame, right? You're not going to be blaming anyone if it doesn't work out, because you're making the choice. When you're thinking of it that way, you're being much more careful in what you're choosing. All right. Here I'm seeing, this is something you've been waiting for a really long time, guys, which is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, you've not received it yet because it hasn't been released. It's being watched and protected by these angels you're seeing in the four corners of the Wheel of Fortune. All right, what the Wheel of Fortune puts out is wealth, prosperity, and new beginnings, but all positive things. All positive things coming in, and you've waited and waited for these things with the Six of Cups, and now they're ready to happen. They're going to start trickling in like over the next several months, okay? And even though we're still going to feel, it's still going to be a little bumpy, it's not going to be perfect, okay? With this Eight of Swords, we may still, hit some stumbling blocks, but it's going to be better. It's going to be better than it was, okay? And especially if you're using your intuition, use your intuition on every decision you're making, guys. The more you use your intuition, by the way, the stronger it gets. And when using your intuition, you're, almost guaranteeing that the choice you're going to make is going to bring in fulfillment, happiness, okay? Whatever it may be. It could be a job that you're going to fill. You could be a new career. You're choosing to go to school for something new, and you're hoping and praying that you're going to do well there, okay? Guys, if you knew what was coming, I wish I could just talk about it. I've often thought about starting a new channel, but I don't really want to put myself out there. Because a lot of people that I watch that talk about the things I would like to talk about have their channel ripped down like every few months. All right, so I don't want to go there, but all right. So with that being said, I'm seeing something good coming for Aquarius. All right, it looks to be like something you've been waiting for. Things have just been feeling, let me look at this a second. There's more to this layout than meets the eye. Okay, so a lot of you are just now coming into yourselves. Many others of you have already come into your authentic selves and are vibrating very high. Okay, for you, this is a done deal. But there's more of you that are coming into a place where you're transitioning. You're transitioning now in this awakening, I want to say. And there is something, you're about to reach a point, I'll say, okay, where you're going to start receiving things that you want very quickly. All right. We talk about this every day with the manifestation, but there's more in here than that. All right. This transformation is somehow helping you along because you are going to come out the other side of this transformation. Okay. This is the transformation card of transformation, the death card. And it also is a brand new beginning, a brand new start. All right, when you come out of this transformation with this Seven of Wands, you are literally going to be speaking your mind. Okay, you're also going to come out more forceful and assertive. And this card's all about standing up for what you believe in, being yourself, being your true self. Okay, rising up to the truth. More people are awakening now. So if you're someone like me who is, used to be called weird and strange and crazy because you knew about things that were happening around the world that they didn't yet know, and they were, I don't want to say they were dum-dums, but they were busy. They were working and they were having faith in the boob. All right, having faith in the boob, which I don't want to get into this too deep, but now it's all lies, but it didn't used to be that way. We needed that. We grew up needing that on the boob, if you know what I'm talking about, right? That's where we got our truth, our information that let us know what is happening around the world. That is what I just said is just not a truth anymore. All right. But now when you come out of this transformation, you're coming out so strong that you don't care anymore. There's enough people around you that some of them will side with you. Some of them are thinking exactly like you. So you're not the only person out there that looks like they're cuckoo. Okay. So there's more people who are going to agree with you now, and that's going to help you. But you are going to come out feeling very strong and stating what you want, stating your truth. And when we state our truth, guess what follows, okay? Our words are powerful, guys. Your words are powerful. When you speak your words, you're creating. You are going to be so strong, and you are going to be creating money for yours, okay? And happiness too. But look at this card. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the card of, when things start snowballing, things start coming in that we've always wanted. These are the things that seemed impossible, that these are dead dreams of ours, dreams that we just let go of because we were like, that is never going to happen. That's a pipe dream, right? Well, this is all your pipe dreams coming together and culminating for you. All right, this is a lot of joy and happiness. This is you in a position, in a situation where you are going to be able to help others, okay? And there's going to be a lot of celebration and a lot of happiness around that because you won't be the only one. There's going to be many of you that are going to be spreading your kindness, your goodness, okay? And after all, you are the light, you are the bridge. So that's why you agreed to come back at this time to be that for people, others, okay? I'm seeing a justice here for, this is for somebody who is not with their significant right now, all right? You think it's over, but it's not, all right? So I feel like you're thinking that this has come to an end, okay? And you are an empath too. So I feel like there might be just a little something, something inside of you that is telling you maybe it's not the end, okay? I am seeing the Justice card with this person. This is your person that you were with, and the card of want. So they still want you, and I think you still want them. Maybe you're angry right now. Maybe there's a lot going on and you don't want to stir the pot. You just want to leave it the way it is for the moment. But this is not over, okay? It's not over for a lot of you. Some of you want it to be over and it will stay over. But some of you deep down do not, and it's not going to be over. All right, here I'm seeing this is about family. So there's something here regarding this family, okay? I'm seeing, it looks like mother, father, and son. But there's something creating a rift in the family. And the father, the husband, is trying to be strong, trying to show strength through this, all right? And this might be, let me get some more cards on this because I don't know exactly what this is. Okay, so the one who's in charge, the leader in the family, the masculine, the breadwinner, is going into business with his son, it looks like, okay? And people might have been trying to talk you out of this and making you feel defensive, okay? So you took the time, though. You put something together. You've been working on something, some type of opportunity for you and your son. If this is you, please comment below the video. If you were, working on a business with your son and you are a masculine, there's a good chance that you will be successful. There's a good omen around this if this is you. All right. Also seeing celebration for I'm seeing celebration for my Aquarius families, but I'm also seeing a tower moment coming in. This tower moment that is about to arrive, everyone is going to be very focused on it. It looks like some type of upset in the family. All right, just as things were going along very well, which tells me that this is going to be something unexpected. This is going to happen totally unexpectedly, and everyone is going to be very focused on that. All right, so for some of you, this has to do with some kind of someone in the family is doing something very toxic. It's like a self-harm feeling, like drug addiction, alcohol, drugs, doing something and bringing in a lot of pain for this person and the people around them. People are worried. People are very concerned. All right, I'm seeing clarity being gotten and a new beginning. So this person is going to snap out of this, or they are going to get help, whatever it's going to take. I do see them moving into this new start, this new beginning, and getting the clarity that they need to move ahead. All right, and if I'm speaking to a person who is having any type of issues, all right, and you want someone to talk to, you can contact me, and it's kind of like a reading, but we could do a phone reading type thing. I offer those because I'm also a life coach, and I have a lot of experience with addiction and alcohol addiction and things like this, okay? I have a lot. So I don't know, possibly I can help you if you feel like you're needing some help. And if any of you want a reading, I do different types of readings. You can, if you're interested, you can click on the description below the video and see what I offer. All right, let's keep going. the person the person that you're very mixed up with and very upset. When I say mixed up, you have feelings for this person. And you're very upset about something in connection with this person. I feel like this person is in love with you. You're feeling, though, like you have to make a decision on this person. Well, they don't want you to decide anything that's going to be harmful to their happiness. You make them happy. You're bringing in their happiness. You're bringing in balance to their life. And they are so happy that you are in their life, that they found you, and appreciative. They appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay? So they put you on a pedestal and think that you're the bomb. And for some reason, you're feeling some kind of pressure or some kind of way that you're thinking you have to make a decision on this person. There's something about the partner or potential partner. Okay, this is love. This is definitely love and partnership. There's something about this partner that is connected to stuckness and sadness. And the manifestation card is in the middle. All right, so when I'm thinking and looking at the cards and thinking of what's coming in for me and how I'm feeling with this layout, I feel like, you see this manifestation card in the middle? One of you is, I don't know why. You might be someone who looks at the glass as half empty. You might be kind of a little bit of a pessimist. Not that there's anything wrong with you. Not that you're a bad person. You're a good person. But you might be kind of the opposite of the person you're with, that you're in love with. And you might be manifesting some negativity without, hold on before you get upset, without realizing it. Okay, so if you've been around negative people at any time in your life, maybe one of your parents, maybe your cousins growing up, maybe you had friends at one time, your brain is trained. Like when you're first born, your brain is blank, it's a slate. So then your parents start teaching you things and putting things. So we train our children's brains on how to think. Not that you can't think for yourself, but there is a lot of brain training going on. So if at any time in your life you were around negative people, that could be the cause of why you tend to look at the glass as half full. Also, you can inadvertently be manifesting negativity over and over and over. Thus, you might be the person who says, why doesn't my life ever change for the better? When is it going to change? Why is my life always shitty? Okay? And it's absolutely, your words are energy and their power. So whatever you're putting out there, whatever words you're saying and using, and thoughts, your thoughts especially, are also energy. Whatever you put out there, the universe has to come back and meet your frequency on the same frequency. So whatever you're putting out there comes back. Do you understand? So if you're vibrating down here and thinking low energy frequency waves, low thoughts, low everything, the universe has to meet you where you're creating your frequency. If you get my drift, that is manifestation, and that's how it works. So you might be manifesting in some negativity. So anyway, getting back to the two of you together, there's stuckness and sadness around this love relationship. But the manifestation card in the middle tells us that someone is inadvertently, I want to say, pulling that in. So you might be scared that the person's cheating, or the person's going to leave you, or fear of abandonment kind of thing, when there's none of that. But your thought processes will always go there. Call it an insecurity, call it what you want, okay? You know, I just realized I forgot to turn my heater off and it's really loud, guys, so I apologize if you had to put up with that noise. To me, I don't even hear it anymore because I'm just so accustomed to it. And I usually remember to turn it off. So, all right, guys, so here we are. If you're still with me, please take a moment and subscribe and hit the like button. All right, so we have my singles. My singles are in for some kind of surprise and happiness over the next few weeks. I'm seeing a lot of being single, you're feeling like your life is chaotic. Maybe you don't have time. You're not even thinking about meeting people. You know, a lot of us are also focused on other things. We have busy lives. But in the center, I am seeing something beautiful and unexpected coming in. I'm seeing this door opening wide, and out of that door, I see like hearts just pouring out of it. So somebody is going to be meeting their person over the next few weeks, if not some of you. I'm seeing that this is going somewhere. All right, this is going places. I'm seeing growth, I'm seeing happiness, I'm seeing abundance, and I'm seeing a lot of beauty here, a lot of beautiful emotions and feelings, and joy like you haven't felt in a long time, guys. So this is gonna, you know, for those that are single, this is really gonna do something for you that you're needing. It's gonna lift you up and bring excitement back into your life. All right, I'm gonna end on this note, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Oh, the exercise I wanted to give you, if you're still with me and you want to start working on yourself to change those negative thought patterns, is just stay in a state of gratefulness. Write yourself a little note and put it on the bathroom mirror or somewhere in your room or in your house. What am I grateful for? Okay? And just tell yourself, I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful I have food, a car, whatever. Okay? And then along with that, set your intention to love and nurture yourself. Don't look for outside people to do that, to make you feel better. It has to come from within you, and this is how you do it, okay? You just get in a continuance type of habit of every little thing you're doing, that you're doing it for yourself to love and nurture, whether it's cooking yourself a meal, drawing a bath, light candles around the bath, treat yourself like the king and queen that you are. All right, the more you treat yourself like you're somebody and you matter and you are valuable, the more you're going to believe that. Because I feel like a lot of you probably don't really believe it in your heart, so you're always looking for someone else to try to make you feel better, you know, like tap you on the shoulder and say, don't worry, kiddo, you're okay, you're lovable, you're this, you're that. All right, that's going to come from inside of you. And once that is there, that is going to be life-changing for the better for you. All right, with that being said, I hope all of you have a beautiful Friday, and don't forget to plan your weekend around you and make it just delightful. Take care.